Every December, the engines of the small railway of Arlesdale take the Santa special trains. Passengers book tickets each year to get a seat and take their children to meet up with Santa Claus by Clyde Grounds Santa Grotto at the top station at the other end of the line, with a unique dining service for the passengers who bought the more expensive tickets. A small hut is placed in the station car park, with a man in red waiting inside for the children to tell him what they want for Christmas. Farmer Clyde also lets the children feed his deers that are on display. There were lots of activities for the children to enjoy, which sends big smiles to everybody's faces, especially Mike. But this year, there was a problem. After more than 210 years within the Clyde family's tradition, Farmer Clyde decided to sell his land and retire. A new owner had bought it from him and declined the idea of running Santa's Grotto. He said, "It's a nice thought and a tradition, but it's not cost effective in these times for me." The engines, the small controller, their crews and even the families were very sad over this decision. It's a week before Christmas, and the engines were in their sheds thinking about the sad faces that will be on all of the children not seeing Santa Claus this year. "Why cancel a tradition that has been going on for more than 210 years? Disgraceful," said Mike crossly. "Getting angry won't lead to a solution, Mike. Besides, the new farmer had his reason and we just have to accept it," replied Bert. "But it's tradition, Bert. It brings more money to our railway as well as the farm," retorted Mike. "I understand, but not all traditions last forever. Now look, it is depressing, but we must all get through the day with some Christmas spirit." The small engines knew that Bert was right, and they carried on with their usual work. But poor Mike was still sad over the decision. After delivering some coal to the station waiting rooms, he shunted some empty trucks into a siding. William was at the first station, coupled to some trucks, and was awaiting a clear path. "Is anything the matter, Mike?" he asked, and Mike explained. "Coming from an engine who prefers trucks over coaches?" William chuckled. Mike quickly replied, "I love pulling that trade every year, though. It's a nice sound to hear children singing Christmas songs with their parents and wondering when they're going to meet Santa Claus. It's a fun journey that puts you in the Christmas spirit every year." "I can see that. Maybe you should ask the small controller about holding your very own Santa special then. Some traditions end, but we can always make new ones." And he puffed away with his empty goods train. "I suppose," replied Mike. Mike noticed that the small controller had closed up his office and was talking to the other engines. "Sir?" "Yes, Mike?" Then Mike explained the idea of the railway having its own Santa special train and even a new Santa Grotto. "I'll have a look into that," said the small controller, showing no sign of enthusiasm, and he walked towards his car. Mike looked very doubtful about the small controller having any interest in the idea. "Well, you done your best, and now we'll just have to wait," was all his driver could say. It was nearing Christmas, and Mike was allocated to passenger trains to help with the increasing workload as the mines were closed for the holidays. Despite his preference of trucks over passengers, he knew this was very important, and so tried to put his mind off the idea of Santa's special trains. As he puffed into the top station, he noticed something in the station car park. Mike looked at it, confused. It can't be, is it? When he returned to the main station, he asked the other engines if they had seen the hut at the top station as well. But they all had the same answer as Mike. It can't be, is it? Then Jock was asked to deliver some hay to the top station. He came back looking very excited. What are you so happy about? I can't say. It's a surprise, was all Jock could say. It was night time on Christmas Eve, and Mike noticed that he was the only one in the shed. Then Mike's driver arrived looking very excited. Come along, Mike, it's time we were off. Mike didn't ask where they were going, but undeterred, he puffed away to collect his coaches. When he was told they were going straight to the top station, Mike was surprised. Then as they puffed along the line, they heard the passengers singing Christmas songs. Then as they neared the top station, Mike began to solve the puzzle. Wait, that hut, Jock's delivery of hay, people singing Christmas songs, and that must mean... He then saw a big sign that gave him a big smile, saying, "Welcome to Santa's Grotto," with Santa Claus waving at the approaching train and a choir singing Christmas carols. "It is! It is!" whistled Mike. The small controlman raised his hands up for silence. Hello and welcome to our first Santa's Grotto. We are all very glad you could join us to celebrate Christmas. We had one like this with Clyde Grounds as part of their 210-year-old family tradition. But unfortunately that tradition came to an end when he sold his land and retired. But we wish him all the best and give them gracious thanks for associating our railway with them for nearly half a century. And I would also like to give thanks to Mike. He gave me the idea of making our own Santa Grotto, despite the old traditions now being gone, and made me realize we should always be making new ones. From now on, this will be on every Christmas Eve. So if you have old traditions that are finished now for whatever reason, let's all try and make some new ones. Now let's all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Everyone enjoyed themselves. And no engine was happy about Christmas than Mike.
She